What is up, guys? So today I'm going to be putting an end to this discussion, this debate that's been going on for years, for once and for all. Which team is correct? Olympia gang or the M14 gang? Which of the two guns is better? All right. So how we're going to do this is we're going to talk about the pros and the cons. So to start this off, we're going to do the Olympia pros. For one, the damage. It does more damage than the M14. So um, early on it's better, and when you pack a punch it, like, it's better as in like the damage, and when you pack a punch it still does more damage than the M14. um, the second pro is that it sets them on fire when it's pack a punched. Now, the most important pro out of all is that if you pick the Olympia over the M14, you're actually gonna feel badass. It doesn't matter how good or bad this is, you just feel way cooler than if you're using the M14. It's also very good in those situations where you're just trying to run away and there's a zombie blocking the door right in front of you, because that'll get it out right immediately. Now, the M14 can't do that, so that's another pro for the Olympia. Now, some of its cons are its ammo count. Really bad ammo, because of course it's two shots, and there's just not that much in reserve. Another thing is that there's just no points that you get from it. Another thing is that its actual damage, while it starts off good, like I mentioned, it quickly starts to drop off, like, very rapidly. Although its upgraded form does have decent damage, even in like round 20. I think it's a two shot. Although before round 20, it is a one shot headshot every time, I believe, as long as it's a clean headshot. Another very bad con is that it reloads so slowly. It's just, for a gun with two bullets only, it's very dangerous just playing it with this and not having speed cola on. A pro for the M14 is that it actually gives you a lot of points, which is great. And another thing is that it's got a lot of ammo in a magazine, with 8 on Pack-a-Punch compared to the Olympia 2, and 16 Pack-a-Punch compared to the Olympia's 2. The M14 also actually has distance over it. The Olympia have to be very close to zombies and hordes to actually make it work. Now, the biggest con for the M14 is that if you pick this, you're willingly using an IDF gun. Um, that's just a fact. You can't argue with that. Another thing is, if you look at the gameplay right now, look how garbage this thing is against the dogs. Holy shit, this thing sucks dick. Another thing is, while it does have a lot of bullets, and it can build up points. This thing's damage is really, really weak, especially going up in rounds. The Olympia will do much, much better, especially when you upgrade it to the Hades. Amnesia is just inferior, I'd say. Like, this thing might have more ammo than the Olympia, but when you're in those high rounds and you have to spend all that ammo on 1 to 2 zombies, it's just a shit choice. I mean, the Olympia on higher rounds is better. Now, the thing is, of course, 99% of the time, you're not taking either of these guns to the higher rounds, and we're talking mostly starting game. However, again, if I'm talking about how better both of these guns are, I want to talk about them in their complete forms as well. And the Olympia is just infinitely better in its pack-a-punched form, even with just the 2 bullets and the no range and stuff like that. I mean, just look at this. Look how badass this gun is. Look how fucking lame the M14 is. Um, I feel like I'm getting off track. But yeah, to end this off, I feel like I got way too sidetracked. But there's more pros and cons I can mention. But to not make this video too long, I'll just end it right here. The M14 is better in some ways, the Olympia better in others. It really just depends on personal preference or what you're going for. If you're going for points till you reach, for example, if you're playing Kino till you have power and then the box or whatever, M14 is probably better. Now, the Olympia is better if you don't want to be a little bitch and actually have fun, because the Olympia is actually cool. The M14 is kind of lame. And yeah, um, that's just the truth. I'm sorry. So yeah, pretty much pick the Olympia if you want to be badass, and pick the M14 if you want to be a little bitch. At the end of the day, I'm just messing around. Pick whatever gun you want. In all honesty, I wouldn't even buy either of these guns, but I just fucking use the M1911 until I get to the box. If you watch this point, thank you so much. I'm making a video on Origins Easter egg like I did on Mob of the Dead, where it kind of zooms by on how to do everything while still being cohesive enough where it's not like confusing, I feel. Just because I feel like every single Easter egg guide I watch is just too long. You could cut down a lot of it. So I'm just trying to make it into a compressed video and also have some tips and tricks so you can actually speed up your run. Like for example, the lightning staff I show right at the start of the video, but I'm working on that. Thank you so much for watching, guys. It should be out within a few days because actually getting the clips has been taking me a little bit. But yeah, thank you for watching and bye bye. Oh fuck! Oh my god!
You better die.
No
I,
way. What?
I died of fall damage. Are you fucking kidding me?